Hey everyone, Newtype TCG here. Today I'll be going over my Newtype TCG tournament from October 4th. Quick disclaimer, I did go EXO, so I ended up winning the tournament in 5 rounds. My main goal here is to walk you through my thought process in each match and share some insight you might find useful for your own games. I'm definitely not a perfect player, but I hope we can learn together, break down key decisions, explaining my reasoning, and seeing what works and what doesn't. Also, sorry in advance if you see me flicking or fidgeting with my cards a lot. It's just a habit when I'm thinking through plays. I'll try and get better with that for future recordings, but for now, let's just go into round 1, where I'm facing the mirror match green-white. So here I actually know what my opponent's playing because we played a lot in locals, but for the purpose of this recording and educational content, I'm gonna play like I don't know what he's playing. So he made me go first because he went to win the die roll. I'm gonna assume he's playing aggro, so I'm gonna keep my blockers. So in my hand, I started off with two striker packs and 2 pilots and 1 Zawart. I think that's a pretty good hand going first, especially the Zawart, because having a turn 2 play against aggro relieves a lot of pressure. So at this point, I know what my opponent's playing because he dropped the overflowing. And he does pitch the Kira here, so he's either playing blue-white or green-white, so more of a control deck. And my turn, I can either play 1 base or I can put down the body. I decided to put down the body of the Zord because next turn I'll be at 3 and I can play base with Lithrinth. And the reason I'm playing the base and going over the AX base is because I'm not threatened early game against control. So it gives me just a free draw early. So I drew overflowing here and he places down a Zawart himself. So here I can either do base or overflowing. Usually you want to do your draw cards first before you put down your units, because it might change up your play depending on what you draw. But either I base or are overflowing here. I decided to base because if I overflowing, whatever I get my base, it might not be a good card, so I can easily ditch that for overflowing. And again, I'm facing against a Zawart on the field and I'm not pressured at all. Drew another overflowing, which is pretty good. Helps filter out the deck a lot. So on his turn, he actually drops a Sword Strike down. So now I'm feeling a little bit pressured, because next turn, if he drops down Akira with it, he bounces my Zawart and one-shots my base. So my thought process here is I need to draw cards so I can try and out it on my next turn. So my first overflowing, I drew two cards, and I drew into a 3rd striker pack, so that was an easy discard. Here I am deciding to get rid of the 2nd striker pack or the Zawart. I decided to get rid of the Zawart because it's not that great against into a paired Sword Strike, and I'd rather have a 2/4 blocker or 4/2 blocker, just in case he gets rid of my 1st striker pack, which he probably will, eventually. I do want to keep my pilots just in case for pairs in the future as well. So usually what I'm thinking about now is if he pairs with Kira, how do I get rid of it? Which he does here. So on my turn, I'm thinking, what's the best way? And the best way to get rid of that is a Kira pair with a 2/4 blocker, which makes me, this is going to make me a 4/5 blocker, and I will live with 1 HP because of the -2. So luckily I actually drew a 2nd Kira. Since he has a Zawart, my game plan is it's to double pair if he blocks with his Zawart the first time, or if he doesn't, I can just do the one pair and put down 2 blockers. So here I paired it with the Launcher Strike. The reason for that is if he doesn't block, he becomes a 4-1, and he's easier to get rid of, so I can play my other striker pack. Also, this is the reason why I play a full set of Kiras, because Kira is just universally a better pilot that you can pair on most things. Luckily, he doesn't block with his warts, and I live with 1 HP, and I get to play 2 blockers now. Speed this up a bit. Play the Lifrinth and the Zwart. So here, I'm thinking of what's the worst case scenario for me. Worst case scenario is him dropping Wing Gundam here. Luckily, he just drops a base, and if he Wing Gundams here, he has to use the EX resources. If he Wing Gundams, he starts applying a lot of pressure towards me, because I'm going to have a hard time outing it. But currently with my hand, I wouldn't have that much of a hard time, since I have my own Wing Gundam pair. Then I can swing bodies into it. Right now, I need to start applying pressure towards him. So the best way to do that is the Wing Gundam pair, hitting into the Lifrinth. Then I can start swinging with my Zwarts into life. Because if he doesn't block with his Zwarts, my 2/4s easily trade into it, living with 1 HP. So that's what I do. I swing into the Lifrinth, he doesn't block. Then I need to start hitting life. So swing with the Lifrinth and swing with the other Lifrinth. The reason I don't swing with a Launcher Strike is if he has another Wing Gundam pair, or not another, if he has a Wing Gundam pair next turn, I can easily block with it, put down 4 HP, 4 damage to him, then I can swing with my Zwarts into him. Or another play he could do is Death Side Duo. So I'm always thinking about what my opponent can do on his turn. What's the worst case scenario? Death Side Duo is not too bad because I can block with his Zwarts. Wing Gundam pair is probably the harder outcome to deal with, which he does here. But also another outcome, he can ill strike pair with Kira, but I don't think that was an option, at least for Kira, because he dropped a Kira and he paired a Kira off 1 overflowing and paired it with the Sword Strike. So here, that was an easy block for me, whatever he attempts to swing at, but he does attempt to swing at my Wing Gundam just to trade with it. I want to keep my Wing Gundam up because Wing Gundam by itself is applying pressure. If he puts more blockers out, I can easily start dealing damage and getting rid of those blockers. So here, I can easily get rid of the Wing Gundam with my Zwart. I attack into the Zwart, breach 5, then swing my Zwart into the Wing Gundam. Here he got Kira from the breach, but he actually had unforeseen here. I wasn't actually expecting it. That's why I think that card is so good, because a lot of people don't play into it, even myself. So this way makes things a bit awkward. Either I can pair a Kira or a Kira into a Lifrinth and get rid of the Wing Gundam, or I can keep applying pressure towards him. So actually, I start swinging with the Lifrinth and start applying pressure because I have a striker pack in my hand. That striker pack can make a 4-2 blocker because I'm not worried about another Sword Strike because he played 1 Sword Strike already. Even though he has a Kira in his hand, I'm afraid about either Sword Strike, which I don't think he has because he already played 1, and I don't think a lot of people play more than 2, especially in green-white, or an Ill Strike. Or the third option could be Death Side Duel, which is also pretty bad because he just trades favorably into my Wing Gundam. and he can easily get rid of it with his own wing, get rid of my blocker with his own wing Gundam. So here, he trades into it, telling me he's gonna do the Desai Duo. So right now, my hand is actually not looking that great. I'm clogged with pilots. Since I drew the wing Gundam, the hero wing Gundam though, it changes up my players a lot. So I got two plays here. I can either wing Gundam, drop the wing Gundam and pass a turn, and hopefully I can kill him next turn. Or I start pairing my Olifrins so I can get rid of the base and a high maneuver next game for turn. So I actually decided to go with a pilot play here because if I wing Gundam on my own turn and he wing Gundam's back on his turn, that gets rid of both my blockers. So I have only 8 resources. I can't do both. Here I'm also thinking about another pilot on top just in case he has an unforeseen because he has 1 resource up. But even if I pilot here any unforeseens, the base still lives. So I decided just to swing. So right now I'm actually in a pretty good position. The only way I lose this game is if he actually bases here. Right now he has more cards than me, so he has an card advantage. And if I don't kill him here, I'm probably gonna start losing the game. So I expect him to clear my whole board, which he does. Wing Gundam swing into the paired, then he actually strike pairs with the Kira, bounce my Elifrinth, and gets the wing Gundam out. So here I easily just drop it, had no bases, and I was able to close out the game there. So thank you for watching through the video with me. Hopefully it was insightful and you learned some things. If I made any misplays or thought differently, leave comments in the comments down and I'll look through them. Also in the future, I'm be uploading round 2 and round 4. My round 3 actually got a bit corrupted. I only have the first little bit, then only the first little bit and second half of the video. There's a middle piece missing because I ran out of memory. So if you still want me to upload that game, I can fill that in with commentary and tell you what happened in between. But for my final game, my round 5, the file got corrupted. I only have the last 5 minutes, but I can also do the same, fill you guys in, then just commentate over the last 5 minutes. But if you guys enjoyed what you watched, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.